I'm afraid that increasingly is my view that small firms are the firms that will survive, and where they've got no offices, no staff, very low overheads. We maintained offices and staff for as long as we could, but the reduction in the number of prosecutions coupled with legal aid rates which hadn't been increased or reviewed properly meant that the decision for us was that we shouldn't continue. There's certainly, I mean, there's some of the very biggest firms who still seem to be managing to succeed with it, but we did everything we could, and over recent years the decision that we should end the partnership as it was really the only obvious decision. Well, the implications are that they will have less choice now, but probably the implications for the future are worse, because as you go around the country you see fewer young faces in criminal defence work. Some come into it and leave, and a lot of them are put off from coming into criminal defence work at an earlier point, for example when they're at university and they're told don't do it, there's no future. So in the future there will be far fewer lawyers from whom to choose, and far fewer lawyers available to defend people in criminal cases, whether serious or not. It needed to put the money into the prosecution service. I think that was absolutely the right decision, but the defence side of it has not been properly considered, and despite the recent review which concluded that there was no evidence for an increase, I think that's simply just wrong, and I think the government needs to pay attention to what is a current problem which will only get worse if it's not properly addressed. Well, we keep thinking that there's not, and then something comes up that makes us think that there is. We don't have a problem with the faculty, but occasionally it appears that the faculty have got a problem with us. Some people, whether it's because they're not getting the work that they think they're entitled to or whatever, seem to turn on solicitor advocates as the cause of all of their problems. And obviously the recent exchanges that we had in the responses to the Robertson review suggested a misunderstanding on the part of faculty of our professional rules, and a failure to grasp what is a clear and irresolvable conflict and what is simply a potential conflict, fairly common and readily managed.